Welcome to Jen's Daily Dish. Today we're making pumpkin cheesecake pie. Pumpkin is everywhere. 'Tis the season. What can you do with it besides having a pumpkin latte or pumpkin cookies, pumpkin cupcakes? You can make a pumpkin cheesecake pie, which is even better for those who have not really bought into the whole pumpkin craze. First, there's going to be a Gingersnap crust, followed by a layer of luscious cheesecake, and then some pumpkin on top. So, could you change that pumpkin up for some other puree? Absolutely. Give it some thought, experiment, have fun. We're also making it because there was pumpkin everywhere, but I never paid attention. No, I never gave it a glance till cheesecake pie. Oh yes. First things first, preheat your oven for that crust we're going to make to 300 degrees. The second thing you want to do is to get your pie pan ready. Gingersnap cookies. All-purpose flour. Ginger. Brown sugar. Melted butter. Salt. Pulverize. We're looking for the texture of sand, but also that it can form clumps when squeezed together. So let's see. Forms a clump, perfect. Put in your pie pan. We'll be spreading this out. You can use the bottom of your measuring cup. You want it to go up the sides of your pan too, and we'll get there. First, I'm going to try to make an even bottom layer. To make sure that it's clumping together, I'm pressing it with my hands as well against the sides. And you'll see that it is actually sticking better. Into the oven for 10 to 15 minutes. You're going to get that lovely Gingersnap crust aroma. Then that means it's time to take it out. Time's up and it smells delicious in my kitchen. Yum. Let this cool completely, and while that's happening, let's make our cheesecake filling. Cream cheese, sugar, egg, vanilla. Mix together for about 30 seconds or so. Add your cheesecake layer to your lovely Gingersnap crust. Spread in an even layer. Let this settle before we bake it. Put it in the refrigerator for at least 25 minutes. While your cheesecake filling is cooling in the refrigerator, preheat your oven to 425 degrees. Let's make the pumpkin filling. Sugar, pumpkin pie spices, salt. Whisk together. Pumpkin puree. Light cream or evaporated milk. Eggs. Whisk gently until smooth. Pour gently and slowly over the back of a spoon. This will limit the amount of bubbles. Into the oven for 15 minutes, and then we're going to lower the temperature of the oven to 350. Time's up, let's check it. You notice I put foil around the edges because it was starting to burn a little bit. We're looking for a temperature of at least 165 in the middle. We are there, it is ready to come out. It should also be a little bit wobbly in the middle, which it also is. Let this cool to room temperature and then stick in the fridge for 2 hours to let it cool completely. And then we take a bite. Okay, this is out of the fridge. This does not look beautiful. But you know what? I bet it's gonna taste great. And you can cover the top with dollops of whipped cream or even meringue if you want to get fancy. So nobody's going to see the top. We're going to cut a slice out of it and see how it tastes, because that's really what matters. All right, look at this piece of pumpkin cheesecake pie. It looks like in the oven, the cheesecake layer and the pumpkin layers kind of melded together, which isn't a bad thing. You can see a little bit of separation, but that's all right. And as I said, just put a dollop of whipped cream on top. Yum, perfection, and we'll cover any mistakes. Now for the true test, the taste. I'm not even the hugest pumpkin fan. This is delicious. It is very, very creamy. The cheesecake balances that strong pumpkin flavor. And I gotta say, that Gingersnap crust is divine. I look forward to experimenting with other cookies as a crust. This is great. Great for any time of the year, quite frankly, pumpkin season or not. If I can make a pumpkin cheesecake pie for the very first time with you watching me every step of the way, you can too. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and check me out on Instagram.